Did you hear about, we've got an update on the controversial episode of Sex Sent Me to the ER?
I didn't know it was controversial, the episode.
Well,
you're talking about the one with Darby Allin, I assume.
Yes, but we were talking about it here the other day on one of our programs. And by the way, if you don't know what we're talking about because you only listen to the experience, we're cross-pollinating these days. We talk about some of these things on the Drive-Thru. Folks, I don't remember what I had to eat last night, so I can't keep straight what we talk about on what program. So get with program, listen to both programs. Get with program, listen to both programs. Anyway, we were talking about Darby Allin was on an episode of a reality program called Sex Sent Me to the ER, and he alleged, and you brought this to my attention with one of the viewer emails.
It was from Charlie in Starkville, Mississippi.
It was, all right, from Charlie in Starkville, your favorite viewer. Anyway, the alleged incident was he was some fucking 20-year-old dipshit, I guess, typecasting. He played himself in the reenactment. And the woman, it was an older, 40-ish, attractive, mature woman that was supposed to be his big ultimate fantasy. They go out in the woods. He's about to drive the old log in, and fucking they roll over on a goddamn, what was it, a beehive or a hornet's nest?
A beehive.
A beehive, because all those are always sitting right down on the ground where you can roll over them with your bare ass when you're boning in the woods. They roll over on a beehive. They're stung. They have to go to the emergency room. This is the premise of the story that Darby Allin set forth on Sex Has Sent Me to the ER. Well, it's been revealed, Brian, because I did question the authenticity of this, and I believe you mentioned that it's reality TV show, so therefore it's got to be bullshit. But it has now been confirmed that none other than Darby Allin has exposed his own business a second time. All the wrestlers can't wait to tell everybody wrestling's fake. Now they do something else. Can't wait to tell people that's fake as well. He said on a podcast, this was his reasoning for doing this program and how this came about, Brian. You haven't heard this at all.
I actually have heard a little bit of this. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you anyway. So you,
okay.
You could have just lied. But anyway, folks out there in podcast land, Darby Allin went to the producers of a program called Sex Sent Me to the ER and gave them a story of this nature, that he was with this older woman in the woods and they rolled over on a beehive and they all got stung, and actually hired an actress off Craigslist and gave her the premise. So an actress off Craigslist. I mean, that was candid photography. I didn't think Craigslist was listing those actresses anymore, but maybe this was a while back, several years ago, before the crackdown. And lied to the producers of this TV show to get on this show because he needed money. He needed money. And they gave him $800. And this was part of the deal, and a nice hotel room. So basically for $800, and they flew him out to California for $800, a plane ticket and a nice hotel room, I guess at the fucking Holiday Inn Express or whatever. This idiot concocts this fucking story, then realizes he's going to need a fucking woman, finds one on Craigslist, goes through this whole thing, travels all the way across the continent and back to perpetrate this fucking thing because he needed money. Never in any fucking moment of that Mission Impossible like fucking fiasco, this goddamn contrived Rube Goldberg plot to make $800 fucking dollars and sleep at the Holiday Inn Express, never once did he just think, maybe I should just get a fucking job. Apparently that never crossed his mind. I could use $800 about now. So, because he didn't profit from the plane ticket, that just got him there and back, and it was obviously a couple of days of his time. He did get to sleep in a nice hotel, and apparently that's a big deal to Darby Allin. He gets to sleep in a nice hotel, but to get $800, I'm going to concoct this goddamn Who Shot John scenario. I'm going to go out there, then realize I've got to have a woman. So that had to eat into his, because I think it's Los Angeles. Those actresses on Craigslist, back in the fucking 80s, they were $250 an hour in LA. Those Craigslist actresses. So that ate into his fucking profits. And no guarantee of success on it. And he goes out, he does that for $800. For fuck's sake, get a fucking job, part-time. I'm sure someone would like something carried somewhere.
I can't blame him. It's a nice payoff for one taping. He's a young guy. Obviously, he had nothing going on. Trying to find a way to stay
obvious. Well, you are correct there. You have a firm grasp of the obvious. He had nothing fucking going on.
Here's about this stupid show.
I didn't need $800 in the fucking 70s when I was 20 years old, or early 80s, so bad that I would go to those links and concoct that fucking level of a goddamn to go on national TV and look like a complete fucking idiot. Go on, defend him. I'm waiting.
I don't think he did anything that wrong. I think it's a stupid show. It's just like Jerry Springer or any of these shows. He said, hey, you know what? I'm going to do this, get some money, have a great story I can laugh about for the rest of my life. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
That's frivolous. It's frivolousness.
How dare he fuck with the integrity of Sex Sent Me to the ER?
You know what? He worked those people. He lied to them. I wonder if you can be sued. They might ask for his money back. And see, here would be another great Stephen P. News segue. He doesn't even have a spot on the program. 888-692-8084. They might ask for the money back because they find out he lied to them. And you know, the reality TV industry has to protect its integrity, even if wrestling has lost its.
If I can make an update on that segment we did on the Drive-Thru this past week, I was incorrect about something. I thought that it was Darby and this actress that he hired to play the older woman who was his fantasy that he had to take into the woods. I thought it was them in the reenactment because they looked so close to Darby and the actress. Apparently, those were two completely different actors. One playing the role of Darby and one playing the role of the actress, which is incredible. That means they found someone and said, we got to make this person look like Darby Allin. And he didn't look then like he looks now. So I was wrong about that, and I apologize for being incorrect.
So they were the real people that it really happened to, rather than the fake people that were reenacting it. But the real people that it really happened to were fake also, because it didn't happen at all.
So when you asked me how the woman looked and I said she had a nice body, I was talking about the actress in the reenactment, not the actress that Darby hired.
Oh, you were talking about not the actress, but the reenactress.
The reenactress, because she's the one that you saw topless from behind running in the woods.
God.
So I just want to clarify that.
I didn't see any of this at all, and it sounds like I got the better part of the deal. But that's you know what? If there are actors and reenactors, and there are actresses and reenactresses, I wonder if there are going to be wrestlers and re-wrestlers. And they can start. Well, I was about to say maybe they can start just having today's modern wrestlers actually reenact a great match from the past and do the same shit, so that at least we know the match will make sense, even if it's not performed as well.
Do you think the producers of the show know that people like Darby, and I'm assuming others as well, are scamming them with these ridiculous stories? I mean, Jerry Springer was in on the fact that Jamie Dundee was getting these outlaw guys to come up there and play different roles. Do you think the producers of Sex Sent Me to the ER are aware that people are like, oh, I can come up with a ridiculous sex story. I was in the woods and we rolled over a beehive and then the bee started chasing us down the road?
I would have a feeling that the producers of Sex Sent Me to the ER would probably think that anybody who would want to be on a program called Sex Sent Me to the ER and would want to publicly tell a story about sex sending them to the ER also would have a certain capacity to fucking lie their ass off to get on television. Because if you're that fucking desperate to be on TV, you would probably fabricate as well as fornicate. That sounds like something Reverend Al Sharpton would say. And you will not only fabricate, but you will fornicate.
I had a friend of mine who actually did have to go to the ER because of sex, now that I think about it.
I thought you were going to say I had a friend of mine that actually did fornicate with Al Sharpton.
No.
Oh, wait a minute. Well, all right. Give it up then. What the fuck
I
happened
just
to your
remembered
friend?
this story.
Oh, sure you did. Now,
did.
you pinky swear to me.
I pinky swear. My friend...
Don't try to work me, boy.
My friend Andy, his older brother, whose name I will not use, years ago, the story was, and I'm going to try to say this in the least perverted way as possible.
All right, then I'll translate it into more vulgar language.
He was with a girl, and she was on top, and she was going up and down, and she went a little too high up and came down right on top of his pogo stick.
Oh.
And that sent him to the ER. That was the story. Yeah.
When you get one of those female jackhammers that just insists on fucking beating you up with their fucking crotch, and they're going up and down. No, it's personal with them. It's like, I'm going to hurt you, mother. They're popping up and down so fucking hard. They're like trying to drive that goddamn cylinder into the fucking money pit on fucking Oak Island. But they go up too far and fucking your friend springs free, and then they're right back down and you're smashed. Now the fucking smash flat is bad enough, but the fucking, like when you used to fucking catch a pass with a basketball when it jammed your middle finger. Holy fuck. Yes, that could send you to the hospital.
So there's a legitimate sex sent me to the ER scenario.
Well, anyway,